Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11 empty, 11 empty. 12, 12, 12.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
The Bengals hit 9-3 here on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
11 empty, paint. 11 empty, paint. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
42. Stop. Stop.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow will throw.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there complete to Hamler. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit.
And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That was like you're picking dandelions there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. On 2nd and 12, Watson trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Logan Wilson Wilson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 36,
Burrow. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try again with Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
York now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Myles Garrett, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams.
Looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. First down. Here's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down.
They're going right back to Hamler. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
K.J. Hamler
from a yard out.
And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21-7.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 30 on second down, Watson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now it's Watson.
And this pass broken up. The contact, long time there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Trucks over him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Chubb.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They'll give it to Chubb. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Burrow. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
Now they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown!
Joe Mixon.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Gonna need something special here on third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? In motion is Grant. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hunt is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. He's going to get it again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Kareem Hunt, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game...
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Pushes him over. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Burrow
To Mixon on the check down.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains and take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Throwing, Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for the Browns, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.